Hey everybody, I'm Eric Oberembt, and you're listening to Be Authentic or Get the Fuck Out. We talk about real shit, what's on our minds, and don't give a fuck if it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. So sit back, strap in, and get ready for some real shit. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Be Authentic or Get the Fuck Out. I'm your host, Eric Oberembt. We're checking in here again at Storm Into the New Era on the trade floor here and doing some interviews. I'm super excited. Get the housekeeping out of the way again. If you get something out of this, fucking share it. We got to get in front of as many people as we can so we can help as many people as we can and get them the information that they need to be better, to grow their lives, or just to be able to connect with somebody and understand that, you know, like somebody else has been through what they've been through. So all of that aside, I'm super excited to introduce my guest, Joseph Hughes. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing awesome.
Dude, I'm super glad you're here.
Yeah, this is so cool.
We go back a little ways.
Yeah.
You told a story, I can't remember where we were at, but you told a story of like when we first met, and it was really funny. Like I had kind of like blocked it out. Like I'd forgotten about that moment in time or whatever. But yeah, tell that story real quick of just how we first met.
It's funny because I mean, here you are with this podcast,
right.
And I think you probably didn't even know what marketing was back when we met.
Well, I still don't, but yeah.
Yeah, I was in Omaha for an event.
Yep.
And I think like we connected on Facebook and we're like, yeah, I need to let's meet. Came to your office.
Yep.
Went to Blue Sushi
went
for
had
lunch.
some sushi.
Drove me around, dropped me off my
Didn't
hotel.
know each other at fucking all.
No, it's like I'm
not at all.
Yeah, but I'm always like, if I'm going to Omaha, I want to find someone there that I can help and have, get a free meal now.
Yeah, well, that too.
Who I can help, maybe do business with, whatever. And that was that. And that was 2018 maybe. So
yeah,
4
that
years
sounds
ago.
right. Yeah. Isn't that crazy how time?
Yeah.
I mean, and the transitions that both of us have made in our business and our lives has been crazy. Like people think that 4 years, you know what I mean? Like 4 years isn't that long. In the grand scheme of things, like 4 years is not that much time, but the amount of shit that can change in 4 years, right? Because when we first met, you were basically like partnering up with companies to do all of their marketing, right? Explain that to me, how it was.
Marketing agency, like we built your website, we
Right.
ran your Facebook ads for
Right.
D&M Roofing,
Right.
and that was like our done for you service.
Right.
And then we had transitioned into a training company where we
Right.
train roofing companies on
And
how
what
to
was
do.
funny with that was I like one of your first clients for that with Lindsay?
I think you were in the second cohort. We had like an initial cohort of 6.
Okay.
And we were transparent with them. We're like, hey, we're going to build this training program out.
Yeah.
You guys like want to pay,
Right.
but help us shape this.
Got it. Because I remember calling you from Grand Cayman, and I was like,
Yes.
hey, I think I'm going to bring somebody on, and I'm not going to pay you to do this anymore. If there's a way that we can work together, great. But like, I need to get her trained.
That was December 2019. I was in San Antonio at Jim Johnson's event.
Yes.
You were in the Caymans.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, we actually have like, she started January 1st, and we're like, yeah, let's go.
Yep. So that it's just funny how that all works out. You know what I mean? So, and now you're doing similar to that, right? And some other stuff, right? What else are you doing now?
So we have a 12-month marketing training program where we train companies on how to do their own marketing.
Right.
And I also have a leadership mastermind where we work with contracting companies.
How's that going? So I want to hear more about that.
All right.
I hate talking about work. I love talking about mastermind and growth, right?
I mean, everyone's got a mastermind. I hate to use that term even, but we started in February. We got, a few dozen people in it right now.
Yeah.
6 months in, we've been testing some things, what works, what doesn't. How can we bring the most value?
Yeah.
How can I, not do all of the things and delegate some things?
Right.
So we're getting ready for kind of a relaunch within the next month or so.
And the people that are in it are who?
Mostly business owners.
Okay.
In the contracting space.
Okay.
It's not specific to contracting, but that's I hang out with you guys. That's it's my market.
Yeah.
Some entrepreneurs, people that want to be better with managing their time, be better leaders themselves with their families. So it's like,
and the purpose of the mastermind is, are you talking about marketing?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Like, if someone brings up marketing, I'll change the subject.
Really? Okay, good.
I talk about marketing all day. Like,
Correct.
I get sick of it.
Yeah. It's like the lady that cleans houses all day has probably got the messiest fucking house at home too. Like, she doesn't want to go home and clean the house.
Yeah,
and deal
exactly.
With it anymore. Yeah.
So
So what do you talk about?
Priorities, time management, leadership, leading your family, leading your team.
Okay.
Legacy, getting out of your own way is a big thing for all of us.
Yep.
Bouncing back from failure, resilience, core values, your vision.
Right. Have you started scheduling like any in-person events for it?
No, we want to next year. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because that's where you get those like.
It is, man. Like every
right?
mastermind that I've been in, and I've been in a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're all great on the surface, but when you spend that real time together, and like you get vulnerable, and you have to have somebody that knows how to facilitate that, though, right? Like it's not me, right? And I don't know if it's you. But, but you have to have somebody that really knows how to facilitate that. Like Sam, that son of a bitch can facilitate some vulnerability. I can't say the fucking word.
Be vulnerable, more vulnerable.
Is it vulnerable? I always say it wrong. But like, if there's a man that can do that, like Sam can do that. Like, if you go do that, like I would like pick his brain on how he learned how to do that, because like that's how you make those connections.
Well, that like Craig Rochelle says, I love this quote. We impress people with our strengths and we connect with our vulnerabilities.
Yes.
And so in this mastermind, like I lead the calls every 2 weeks, and I'm working on it. I'm working on this muscle myself. Is like being more vulnerable. And the more vulnerable and open I get, like the more it's like we had people crying on Monday's call.
Did you really?
Like in a good way.
In a good way.
Like I don't make people cry. But like,
why not? Yeah.
But no,
I try to get everybody to cry on the show. Like it's the best damn video in the world.
But that was like we got good feedback. I got some DMs after that, like holy shit, that was awesome. And we're like, all right, now like we have like this is cool. Like
that's
opening
awesome.
up about insecurities, because when we're public persona, not public, we're not like but we're out there. I know you don't, but I still have like a little bit of a wall up.
Yeah.
But like in that group, I'm just like
you're open
up. Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe you can help me break down that wall, because that's probably not as authentic as I should be.
No, dude, I get it. Like I've been the same way my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I had a wall up, and I didn't really find the opportunity to change that until I got sober, right? And and that was like when I found AA and recovery and all that. That was when I had to get honest about me and my past and what I've done and the people I've hurt and like all the shit. And it's not just about the crazy stories like, Eric fucking ran into the back of a semi and fucking flipped a truck and almost died and went to jail and fucking did coke and right. It's not about that. It's about like the human lives that I impacted negatively. And when you start opening up about that and owning your own shit of what you did, and share that with another human, right? It's literally one of the fucking steps in AA, right? Is that we have to write it all down and then share it with another human. Every single mastermind out there is a fucking version of AA, and they don't even know it. Like they're literally doing the steps that we do in recovery, but just not calling it that because they're not alcoholics, right? But like it's a way of living. It's a way of
so
connecting with humans, because you're cleaning up the wreckage of your past. You're owning your own shit. You're admitting to what you've done. You're apologizing for it. Like literally, we just went through step 9. You know what I mean? Like we're making amends to people that we hurt, and we're taking a daily inventory if we wrong somebody and making it right immediately instead of waiting, letting it fester and become a thing. And then helping other people. Right? Like,
those are good 12 steps for life.
That's every fucking mastermind on the planet. Right? It all started in 1932 with Dr. Bob and fucking AA. Right? But it's really funny because I go join these groups and I get other things out of it, right? But it's just funny when they'll start talking about it. I'm
Same
like,
framework.
well, I've done that. I've done that. But let's do it again. Let's do it again with this group. Right? So there's something to that. And I encourage anybody that hasn't joined something like that, hasn't taken the time or the money to invest in themselves, dude, like that's how we've grown. Right?
Being intentional about it, I think we're similar age. We realize like, hey, we don't have all the time in the world. We want to be intentional.
I got like 20 good years left. Like, I mean, I'm fucking falling apart quick. I mean, you're in great shape, but like I'm falling apart.
No, come on, man. 75 hard. We both did it this year, right?
Dude, fuck, that was I don't know how I feel about doing it the second time. Was that your second? Or
that was my
first?
second completion, and I haven't done phase 1, 2, and 3, but I am gonna.
I'm not doing the cold showers. I did that during Fearless 44 with Hunter, and like that was miserable. I would rather do a cold plunge than a cold shower. It's totally different, right? You've done both, I assume.
Cold showers. So for me at my house anyway, in the summer they're not bad. But obviously in the winter.
Have you done a cold plunge?
Yeah.
I mean, would you not rather do a cold plunge than a cold shower?
Yeah, if I'm in a cold shower, like,
dude, that's way too.
It's long,
because it's beating on you.
Yeah,
like you can't just sit in the cold and like breathe. Right. you have to, like, it's literally beating you up. Anyway, I don't like that. But I do want people, if they get anything out of this, I think this is a good title for the podcast, Lexi, is about getting those connections and whether it's a mastermind or it's getting a mentor or a coach or whatever. I have facilitated, and you have facilitated your growth over the last 4 or 5 years because you were willing to invest in other people to teach you shit that you didn't even know you didn't know.
Yeah, teach me stuff. And the biggest thing for me, and I had a call with my business coach this morning, Mike.
Yep.
He kind of believes in me more than I believe in myself.
Right.
So like in a weird way, I'm borrowing some of his belief in myself.
Yeah.
He's the one who told me to start this mastermind, this impact syndicate that I have back in February. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to put it out there on Facebook and see what the response is, right?
Right.
So he told me to do. He's like, you can do it. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, try it. And I'm like, damn it. Now I got to do this thing.
And you did it.
No, I mean, that you need to borrow that belief a lot of times because we're our
really
own worst enemies.
That's really insightful, actually. Like because we get so caught up in all of the negative shit that we've kind of got going on that we tend to focus on that, where other people from the outside looking in can see the good that you have available for the world and can tap into that easier than you can because you're just beating yourself up over the thing that you just fucked up yesterday.
100%. Mike said to me, is exactly where he goes, your brand and your impact are bigger than you think. I'm like, really? He's like, yes, trust me.
I don't believe that when people tell me either, right?
Yeah.
Like when I have people come up to me and they're like, dude, that's awesome. Like, I love the show, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, whatever it is that they say, I'm just like, dude, I just bought a fucking banner. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think of it that way.
Yeah.
And it is nice to be able to borrow that. I love that.
Right.
Because it borrows it and reinvigorates you
right.
to continue down the path that you believed in at one point.
Yeah.
And we all veer
a
little bit. And it takes a person on the outside to get you back in the fucking lane.
Yeah. We have a new client. His name's Jesse down in Houston. He told me he's listened to every single one of my podcasts.
Really?
We have 94 episodes.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, almost like, oh, sorry. Like,
yeah.
'cause I know like they're not all that good.
They're not all that good.
He's like, no, they're all fire. I'm like, okay. So now when I record a podcast, I'm like, shit, there's someone out there that's listening to this, whether I think it sucks or not.
Right.
So like, I better bring it.
Do you think we have anybody that's listened to every single podcast? Probably Cody.
Besides Lexi?
Yeah, well, besides Lexi. Probably Cody, yeah, for sure. Maybe Mark.
Maybe that should be a contest. You can win a hat or something.
Yeah, I love these hats, by the way.
That's
These are
sweet,
fantastic hats, yeah. I guess, you know what? That'll have to be a giveaway, are these hats. These, what they're called, Malin?
So I don't have any. I have not convinced myself why I should spend $80 on a hat. Are they really that good? 60, 80, whatever they are?
Yeah, I mean, they're cool.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're badass.
I don't know a ton. Because they don't sweat. So they don't sweat, and then when they dry, like if they do sweat, when they dry, they don't dry with salt.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I've been on the website, and I've never been able to click like checkout because I'm like,
that's the only reason that I don't like it, but you can size them.
Okay.
Right? So like very specifically size them on the website.
Oh.
But I like wearing my hats backwards, and these don't wear backwards well.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like they sit high.
Oh, I got you.
So I have to get a different size to be able to wear it
My
backwards.
backwards hat day, I gotta pick
yes,
this one.
Yes, because I'm a big fan of backwards hats.
Yeah.
The other reason that I figured out I'm a fan of backwards hats, especially on this show, I've become such a video snob that when there's a shadow, it fucking comes down.
You
on
are
my
a snob.
face. Dude, it's the worst. And I'm like, oh man, I look like an asshole. Like I've got the whole shadow thing going on.
Right.
You can't see my face. Like we might as well just do audio.
Yeah. You got a great face for audio. I got to tell you.
Fucking right, I do. All right, Joe, the way that we end every podcast is I always give the floor to the guest for the last 2 minutes to just, if they want to leave the audience with something or something that you want to talk about that I forgot, and just leave them with something to go away with.
Man, let's see. I mean, my personal experience is that, like, I have a tendency of looking at other people, you know, you or someone else, maybe someone on stage here, and be like, all right, well, that's for them to do. Like, they can get on stage, they can write a book, they can do a podcast, but that's not something that I do, you know?
Right.
And so I think a big thing is, like, borrowing that belief, but then having that identity of, like, I am a writer, I am a podcaster, I am a business owner, whatever it is.
Right.
I'm a great father.
I'm a runner.
Yeah, right. You identify as that. And you don't have to believe yourself, but just take action. And if you run for 30 days, you are a runner. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
And I don't know where that came from growing up. I mean, I have great parents, great upbringing and everything like that. But
dude, it's just being a human.
It's just being human, I guess. We put other people on a pedestal and we're like, oh, they're different, but no, we're all the same. Like you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
And for me, my journey is just getting out of my own way. Like
Borrow someone else's belief.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Write that the fuck down, Lexi. Borrow somebody else's belief. I love that. Joe, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much for having
And
me.
remember, everybody, be authentic or get the fuck out.
Be authentic. Get the fuck out if you can't be authentic. Yeah. Swipes.